The envelope was waiting on the kitchen table when I came home. I stared at it and said, "What is this?" Lila didn't look up from her phone. "Open it," she said. My hand shook when I tore it open. I read the first line twice, then a third. "Time, this is a joke," I said. "It's not," she replied calmly. "You're suing me." She sighed. "It's a divorce filing. It says asset seizure," I whispered. "It says you're taking everything." She finally looked at me. Her eyes were empty. "It's fair. Fair." I laughed, but it sounded broken. "You cheated on me." Her jaw tightened. "You neglected me, so you destroy me." "I'm protecting myself," she said. Felt the room tilt. "From what?" "From ending up with nothing," she answered. I dropped into the chair. "You were never going to have nothing. You don't understand security," she said. "I gave you everything I had." It wasn't enough. The words hit harder than the papers. I stared at her like she was a stranger wearing my wife's face. "Who told you to do this?" I asked quietly. "No one," she said too fast. Lila, she looked away. "Victor," I whispered. Her silence confirmed it. I laughed again, softer. "This time, of course. You're not a victim," she snapped. "I'm your husband." "You were my husband," she corrected. The doorbell rang. She stood up instantly. "Don't," I said. She opened it anyway. Victor walked in like he owned the place. He smiled at me. "Rough day?" I asked. I didn't answer. Lila said, "We're talking." Victor nodded. "Good. Honesty is healthy." I stood up slowly. "Get out of my house." He laughed. "Not for long." Lila stepped between us. "Stop it." I looked at her. "You let him in here?" "He's helping me," she said. "He's replacing me," I replied. Victor shrugged. "Someone had to." I lunged forward, but Lila pushed me back. "Don't," she said. "You'll make this worse. Worse." I whispered. "You already burned it down," Victor smirked. "You should call a lawyer." "I have one," I said. "Good," he replied. "You'll need him." They left together. The door closed softly, like a polite ending to a violent story. I stood alone in the kitchen, staring at the papers. My name looked foreign on them. I called Marcus. He answered on the first ring. "You sound bad." "She's suing me," I said. A pause. "How bad?" "She wants everything." "She can't have everything," he said. "She thinks I'm broke," I whispered. Another pause. Then he said, "Good. Good." "Yes," he said firmly. "Let her think that." I sat down. "Still love her." "I know," he replied. "I hate her," I added. "I know that too." "Do I?" "I do. You fight," Marcus said. "I'm tired." "You're rich," he reminded me. "Act like it." I don't want her to know." "She doesn't need to know," he said. "She just needs to lose." I rubbed my face. "This feels wrong." "She cheated on you," he said. "She was my life. And now, she's your lesson." I closed my eyes. I don't want revenge. "Call." "It defends," Marcus replied. There was a knock at the door. I opened it to a courier, handing me another envelope. "Court date. Final confirmation." "She's serious," I said into the phone. "So are we," Marcus answered. "We. You're not alone," he said. I swallowed hard. "I feel alone." "You feel betrayed," he corrected. I leaned against the wall. I missed the signs. "You trusted her?" He said. "I trusted us." "And she broke it," Marcus replied. I slid down to the floor. "What if I lose?" "You won't," he said calmly. "You sound sure." "I am," he answered. "Why?" "Because you've been pretending to be small," Marcus said. "Small men don't survive this, but you're not small." I laughed weakly. "I don't feel big." "You will," he said. I hung up and stared at the ceiling. The house felt empty already. I walked into the bedroom and opened the closet. Half her clothes were gone. The empty hangers swayed like ghosts. "You planned this?" I whispered. My phone buzzed. A text from Lila. "Court is next week. Be reasonable," I typed back. I always was. She didn't respond. I sat on the bed and held the papers again. My name, her name. Lines dividing everything we built. I imagined Victor standing beside her in court, smiling. I imagined her watching me fall. You don't know me, I said aloud. The words sounded strange, but they steadied me. I walked to the window and looked at the city lights. They didn't care about my marriage. They didn't care about betrayal. They just burned quietly. I won't lose, I whispered. The sentence felt cold and solid. For the first time all day, my hand stopped shaking. I folded the papers neatly and placed them on the table. This isn't the end, I said to thee. Empty room? It echoed back at me, and I believed it. The courtroom smelled like polish and paper. I sat at the table and kept my hands folded so no one would see them shake. Lila walked in with Victor and smiled when she saw me. You look tired, she said. I didn't sleep, I replied. You should get used to stress, Victor added. I ignored him. This isn't over. Lila laughed softly. It's already decided. You sound sure. I am, she said. Her lawyer leaned over and whispered something. She nodded like a student who knew the answers. I watched her and wondered when she learned to look at me like I was a stranger. Marcus sat beside me. Stay calm, he muttered. I'm calm, I whispered. You look like you want to explode. I want to disappear, I admitted. He squeezed my arm. Don't give her that. The judge entered, and the room stood. The hearing started with voices I barely heard. Numbers floated around me. Assets, claims, ownership. Each word felt like a small knife. Lila leaned toward me. You should settle, she said quietly. Why? I asked. Because you can't win, she replied. I smiled faintly. You don't know that. Victor chuckled. We know enough. I turned to him. You talk a lot for someone not married to her. I'm protecting her future, he said. You're protecting your wallet, I answered. Lila glared at me. Stop being petty. You sued me, I said. And I'll win, she replied. The judge called for a break. I walked into the hallway and exhaled like I'd been underwater. Marcus handed me coffee. You did fine. I feel like I'm acting, I said. You are, he replied. Keep acting poor. I hate this mask. Saving you, he said. A woman approached us, calm and sharp. Stood. This is Alina, he said. She shook my hand. I've reviewed everything. Wait, I asked. You're safe, she replied. They think I'm drowning, I said. Let them, she answered. Shh. People show their true faces when they think you're weak. I already saw hers, I whispered. Alina studied me. You still care about her, I wish I didn't. Care doesn't mean surrender, she said. I'm not surrendering, I replied. Good, she said. 'Cause she is. Frowned. What do you mean? Victor's pushing this, Alina said. Hard. I know, I muttered. He's overconfident, she added. That's his personality. That's his mistake, she replied. We went back inside. Lila watched me talk to Alina, and her smile faded. Who's that? She asked. My advisor, I said. You can't afford an advisor, Victor snapped. I shrugged. I can't afford. Friends, Lila crossed her arms. You're pretending? I'm surviving, I answered. The hearing dragged on. By the time it ended, my head ached. Outside the building, reporters hovered. Victor pulled Lila close like a hero protecting a victim. You'll regret this, he told me. I already regret trusting you, I said. Lila looked at me. Just settle. Just tell the truth, I replied. She flinched. They walked away together. I watched their backs and felt something inside me crack again. That night I sat in my car outside my apartment and stared at my phone. Lila's contact. Photos still showed her laughing. Call her, I whispered to myself. My thumb hovered over her name. Tell her everything, I said. I imagined her face when she learned the truth, the secret accounts, the investments, the safety, she thought. She lost. She'd come back, I murmured. The thought made my chest hurt. I closed my eyes. Marcus called. You alive? Barely, I said. Don't do it, he warned. Do what? Don't confess, he said. I didn't say I would. You didn't have to. I laughed weakly. I almost did. No, he replied. I still want to save her, I admitted. You can't save someone running toward fire, he said. I leaned back in the seat. I hate watching her burn. She chose the match, he answered. I hung up and rested my head against the window. Across the street, Victor stood outside a bar, talking loudly on his phone. I didn't mean to listen, but his voice carried. She's easy, he said. My stomach tightened. After the settlement, I'm gone, he laughed. I froze. She thinks we're forever, he continued. I just need her signature. My hands curled into fists, stepped closer, hidden in the shadows. She'll have nothing, he added, and I'll have everything. The call ended. He walked away without seeing me. I stood there shaking. She's a pawn, I whispered. The anger inside me shifted. It wasn't just about me anymore. I saw the trap closing around her, and for a moment I wanted to pull her out. My phone buzzed again. A text from Lila. We need to talk soon. I stared at the message. Yes, I whispered. We do. But I didn't answer. I slid the phone into my pocket and looked at the dark street. I won't save you, I said softly. Not this time. The words tasted bitter, but they felt true. I walked back to my car and sat there, breathing slowly. This is the mask, I told myself, and I kept it on. The courtroom felt colder than before. I sat down and whispered, "This ends today." Marcus leaned close. "Only if you let it." "I'm done running," I said. Lila entered alone. Her eyes were red. She avoided looking at me. "Where's Victor?" I asked quietly. "He's coming," she replied. "You sound scared." "I'm fine," she said too fast. "You're shaking," I answered. She pressed her hands together. "They found something." "What?" she swallowed. "Records." I stayed still. "What kind of records?" "Financial ones," she whispered. "Victor's." Nodded slowly. "They think he changed them." I felt my chest tighten. "Did he?" "I don't know," she cried. "I trusted him." The word trusted cut through me. "You trusted him," I repeated. She looked up. "Please don't do this." "I'm not doing anything," I said. "You could help me," she whispered. "How?" "No money," she said. "You always did." I almost laughed. "Now you remember, please," she begged. "I'm drowning." I stared at her tears. They were real. My anger softened and scared me. "I warned you," I said quietly. "I know," she sobbed. "You chose him. I thought he was safe," she whispered. "You thought I wasn't," I replied. She covered her face. "I was wrong."
Act.
Marcus touched my arm. "Don't," he murmured. "I'm just talking," I said. "You're slipping," he warned. "I'm listening," I answered. Lila reached for me. "Help me," she pleaded. I stepped back. "I can't save you. You don't have to save me," she said. "Just tell them the truth." "What truth? I didn't plan this?" she cried. I studied her. "Didn't you?" "I followed him," she admitted. The courtroom doors opened. Victor rushed in, sweating. "What did you say?" He snapped at her. "Nothing," she whispered. He turned to me. "Stay out of this." "You dragged me into it," I replied. The judge called us in. We sat as evidence appeared on screens. Altered numbers, false transfers. My name twisted into lies. Victor stood. "She did it," he said. The room froze. Lila gasped. "What?" "You controlled the accounts," he continued. "You told me." "To sign," she cried. "You signed willingly," he replied. I felt the air shift. "You're lying," she whispered. "I'm surviving," he answered. Her eyes found mine. They were full of fear, not pride. "I didn't know," she said too. Me. I believed her. That terrified me. Marcus whispered. "Let it burn," I swallowed. "I can't." He stared at me. "This is karma. This is cruelty," I replied. The judge asked for statements. Victor talked fast, blaming her for everything. Each word pushed her deeper. She shook beside me. I trusted you, she whispered to him. You were convenient, he said coldly. Her breath hitched. You promised me a future. I promised you survival, he replied. I stood. Enough. The judge looked at me. Sit down. I have evidence, I said. Marcus grabbed my sleeve. Careful. I won't expose everything, I whispered. I handed over limited records, just enough to show Victor's edits. It's not enough to reveal my hidden wealth. The judge frowned. This changes things. Victor's face drained. He's lying. Don't lie, I answered. Lila stared at me. Why? Because truth matters, I said. Tears rolled down her cheeks. After everything? After everything, I repeated. The judge postponed judgment. The gavel echoed like thunder. Duh. Room emptied slowly. Victor avoided my eyes. He hurried out alone. Lila stayed. She approached me carefully. You saved me, she whispered. I corrected a lie, I replied. That's more than I deserve, she said. Maybe, I answered. Why did you do it? She asked. I searched for the right words. Because I loved you once. Her shoulders collapsed. I ruined that. Yes, I said gently. I'm sorry, she cried. I know, I replied. She looked at me with regret instead of anger. It hurt more than hatred ever did. Marcus stood beside. Me, we should go. I nodded. Lila whispered, thank you. I didn't answer. I couldn't. Outside, the air felt heavy. Marcus stared at me. You changed the game, he said. I ended a lie, I replied. You're exhausted, he noted. I feel empty, I admitted. That's victory, he said. It doesn't feel like it, I whispered. We walked to the car in silence. My hands trembled again, but not from fear. From release. I didn't win, I said softly. You survived, Marcus answered. I leaned back and closed my eyes. That's enough, I murmured. And for the first time, I believed it CHP. For the courtroom was silent when the judge returned. I felt Marcus shift beside me. This is it, he whispered. I know, I replied. Lila stood across the room. She looked smaller than I remembered. Victor wasn't beside her. The two officers stood. Where he used to stand, the judge spoke. Fraud confirmed. I exhaled slowly. Victor Hale will face criminal charges, the judge continued. A murmur spread through the room. Lila closed her eyes. The judge turned to her. Civil claims denied. Assets redistributed. Her shoulders dropped. The gavel struck. It sounded final. Marcus leaned toward me. You won. Survived, I answered. That's winning, he said. I didn't feel joy. I felt quiet. Reporters rushed forward, shouting questions. I walked past them. I didn't want cameras. Outside ads. Outside sunlight hit my face. I breathed deeply. Wait, Lila called. I turned. She stood a few steps away, trembling. Can we talk? She asked. For a minute, I said. Marcus squeezed my shoulder. I'll be over there, I nodded. Lila stepped closer. I'm sorry. I know, I replied. No, she said softly. You don't. Try me, I answered. She wiped her eyes. I destroyed us. Yes, I said. I thought money was safety, she whispered. You thought fear was love, I replied. She flinched. I was wrong. I know, I repeated. She searched my face. Do you hate me? I thought about it. No, her breath shook. That's worse. I forgave you, I said. She stared. When a long time ago, I answered. Then come back, she begged. I shook my head. Forgiveness isn't reunion. Her hands curled. I lost everything. You lost choices, I corrected. I lost you, she whispered. Yes, I said quietly. She cried openly now. I deserve this. Maybe, I answered. She looked at the ground. Thank you for not destroying me. I didn't protect you, I said. You told the truth, she replied. That was enough, I admitted. She nodded slowly. Goodbye, goodbye. Leela, I said. She walked away without looking back. I felt something inside me settle. Not happiness, not sadness. Just peace, Marcus returned. How was it? Finally, I replied. He smiled, poetic justice. I call it closure, I said. Alina approached, calm as always. You handled that well. She told me I handled it honestly, I replied. That's maturity, she said. That's survival, I corrected. She laughed softly. You're free now. I've been free since I stopped begging, I answered. Marcus clapped my shoulder. What's next? Paperwork, Alina said. I nodded. Let's finish it. We sat in a small office nearby. Documents spread across the desk. Numbers returned to their rightful places. My hidden account stayed hidden. My future stayed intact. Alina slid the final form to me. Sin. I held the pen. My hand didn't shake this time. This is the clean exit, she said. That's all I wanted, I replied. I signed. Marcus grinned. You're richer than ever. I was always rich, I answered. Not just money, Alina added. I met. Her eyes, I know. We stepped outside together. The city moved like nothing had happened. Cars passed. People laughed. Life continued. I expected fireworks, Marcus joked. I expected silence, I said, and got peace. I replied. He nodded. That's better. Alina checked her watch. I have another client. Thank you, I told her. You did the hard part, she said. I just organized it. You gave me clarity, I replied. She smiled. Keep it, she left. Marcus and I stood watching traffic. You okay? He asked. I'm steady. I said, that's new, he laughed. I like new, I answered. He studied me, you're different. You're different. I didn't become her, I said. He nodded slowly. That's victory. I looked at the sky. I didn't win because... She lost, I whispered. Then why did you win? Marcus asked. Because I walked away, I said. He smiled. That's strength. That's choice, I replied. We shook hands. He left me standing there alone. For the first time, alone didn't feel empty. It felt open. I checked my phone. No messages, no threats, no pleading, just quiet. I built this, I said softly. The words felt true. My heart still carried scars. I felt them when I breathed. But they didn't control me anymore. They reminded me I survived. I'm done running, I whispered. I stepped forward into the crowd. Nobody knew my story. Nobody needed to. My wealth stayed mine. My peace stayed mine. I'm enough, I said aloud. The city swallowed the words. But I heard them clearly. I didn't look back. I didn't need to.